WLFE DB Radio.
Talk with Teddy starts now. You pick the topic, I pick the guest. Remember, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube page, Facebook, and more. You're listening to Talk with Teddy on WLFE DB Radio Network. Please check out our website at WLFE-DB.com.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, how are you, man?
I'm alive and well. How are you?
Doing good. All right, guys, we are live, and I am sitting here with Mr. Eric VanHouten. We're going to have a nice little discussion here for the next 90 minutes and have some fun. And we hope you guys will all have fun with us as well and get your comments and your questions in there as well. It may be a little loud here because I have fans going because it was 99 degrees here today.
Wow.
Really
shocker there.
Yeah. Well, where are you at right now?
We're in Nashville. Yeah.
You're in Nashville? Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Hello, Liz. Cleaver, how are you? Is this too loud or does this sound all right to you? Can you hear everything okay?
Yeah, no, it's good for me.
Okay. All right, good. All right. So basically, we got everybody popping in here now. I just wanted to start a real quick watch party, and then we'll add a few more people in here. So how's things with you as in this COVID thing? Are you starting to get things working back up to start getting out there, or what?
We've been writing a lot and kind of doing a lot of things in the studio. It's been really tough to to get out and play shows with everything going on. I don't think anybody's doing that really.
Yeah.
So we're kind of stuck to staying inside and kind of doing the same thing and just staying focused on the music.
Right, and that's what I hear from a lot of people, is that they're just writing, concentrating on that. I was talking to a friend of mine from Dropkick Murphy. They're not planning on going and doing any concerts till March of next year. That's when they're gonna start.
It's looking like 2021 is the move.
Right. Well, that's what I'm hearing from everybody, to be honest with you. So, it's totally crazy. Liz says, yeah, she can hear me. Well, thanks, Liz. I'm glad you can hear me. All the way in California, she says, and I feel your pain. Hello, Tom Nailey. How are you? Well, I've been noticing, I get your updates and stuff, that you definitely have some really catchy tunes going on here.
Thank you.
The Can't Find Me, I really love that song. That's actually one of my favorites, to be honest with you. So that's a really
yeah. Come Find Me. I love it. It's no, we actually put that song out back in like 2018. So it's kind of crazy to see that thing still surfacing and still doing its thing out in the stream space there. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I've known you for, let's see, the tour was 7 years. That was 3 years ago. So I've known you probably 11 years. 10 to 11 years.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
It sure has. I remember conversations with you on the phone, just getting you out this way, So,
yeah.
But I'm glad that you are where you are. You've worked really hard to do that. So
thank you. It's been a lot of fun to get here too. The journey's just getting started. We're excited.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like the watch party is up and running, so we got that going as well. So we're going to have 5 streaming outlets at this moment, which is great. So guys, remember you can put your comments and stuff right here in the StreamYard side, as well as you're going to see this live on Talk with Teddy on Facebook and WLFE DB Radio on Facebook. Then you have 2 YouTube channels that it's live on. Also Talk with Teddy and WLFE as well on their YouTube. So you got 5 video outlets and you have 11 audio outlets. So
that's awesome.
There's plenty.
Yeah.
So I'm a little heavier than when you remember me before. I got that double chin working,
Yeah, that's okay. They've been hibernating, gearing up.
Yeah, well, like the COVID thing, it's driving all of us nuts,
Yeah.
So, hello, Laura. Hello, Jeffrey. Hello, Ruth Ann. Yeah, there we go. So, we really haven't, it's been a while since we talked. So, we're going to kind of go to the beginning a little bit and kind of talk about who Eric Van Houten is and how he got into music, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, I'm all about it. I love it.
Cool. Well, how'd you start? What
Um,
drawed you
yeah,
into it?
my whole dad's side of the family played growing up, and it's just kind of been something that I've always had in my family. So it made it really easy to transition into wanting to do it and wanting to be a part of it. So um, it took them getting divorced at a young age for me to kind of dive in and get into playing it and stuff like that, and being a part of it. And I was kind of literally one of those things. I just picked it up and didn't stop. So
Right.
it's crazy.
Right.
I
Well,
I
I
don't think
remember.
I don't think I've never spent a day without a guitar in my hand.
Well, I remember the beginning. I remember those shows, from you coming up towards the Rochester area, playing the CDCTT, playing like what was it, Frost Ridge? It's now called something else, the Ridge or whatever it is. You played Nashville's too, Nashville's. You played all the local places in our area at least. Um, and then you went all over. You went to Jam in the Valley. You went to as a local kid, you were paying your dues, which was awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like I've heard Keith Urban say it, and guys like Peter Frampton say it, and things like that. And it's just, I mean, if you're not playing out, you don't get the experience. You don't kind of gain the fans, I guess, trust and respect if you don't get out there and play shows and play a lot of
Right.
them. You know what
Yeah. Well, I've seen plenty of your shows, so I know
I mean?
how good you are.
Thank you.
Stage presence is awesome. The band behind you has always been fantastic, and you're just great on stage.
Thank
You're
you, T Dubs. Yeah, well, it's always
you're
something that I
welcome.
kind of strive for, man. It's because I know if I ever go to shows and I'm not entertained, it always frustrates me. So why wouldn't it do the same? So you got to go out there and do your job.
Yep, and you get bored as shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, coming from somebody with my experience, that I've been a frontman for 30 years, in bands, across our area too, and I always look at the frontman. I look at the singer in the front to see, what they're doing, to if anything, give pointers, or say, man, I really like what he's doing. I guess I'm going to steal that,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah,
But you know how it is being a local guy. I mean, when you start out in music, you're kind of the new boy on the block, and you have to feel things out. And up here in Rochester, you know how tough it was, the Rochester Buffalo area. Nobody wanted to give, you know, a little to help anybody out. I mean, that was the day when I was, doing it. Nobody wanted to help out. Everybody was pretty much stuck to themselves. I think over time it got a little looser, where people, helped each other out and stuff. But
yeah, yeah.
it was tough. Um, but I mean, I can actually say that you're one of the only younger musicians that I know, and when all of us were playing out all the time, that did as much legwork as I did. That you had to get out there, walk and talk, and sometimes bitch, and you needed to haggle, you needed to, did you had to do whatever you had to do to get your band to play.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to venues, sometimes when you're new, they just don't respect, as much as a band that's been around for 5 or 10 years, and that's just how it is. It's just the way it goes. And I mean, it's like that even in Nashville. You can't just walk in and think you're, the best thing on the block. You got to work your way up. You got to grind the ladder, and
Right.
make people turn their head and listen to your music, and then let the music do the talking. And then when you get the opportunity to play a live show, you just got to step up and do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and give 110% at each show because people are
Yeah.
watching, and the only way to
Well,
get
exactly, and that's
ahead.
just it.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we live our tour life, and that's our mindset. Especially as of late, the last 5 or 6 years of me living down here in Nashville, it's kind of been, if we hit a stage, you have to work hard to to make people in the crowd feel like that was the best night of their life when they wake up in the morning. You know.
Right.
Um,
Right. Right.
I just don't think
Uh,
that. I don't. I think fans are very coherent to what is real and fake on stage, right? So I think that they can see whether an artist is being authentic and real, or if someone's just kind of out there doing it to do it to make money or to have the fame or whatever the hell else comes with this, passion of ours that we
I
chase
believe
every day.
that's I believe that's true as well. The people that, well, especially the fans. The fans are the ones that make you or break you. They're the
Yeah,
ones that push you so much that where they want to see better stuff or new stuff, or they want to see you go somewhere. So, it's that old saying that you can hang up as many posters, run as many ads as you want, but it's the fans that are watching you it's the word of mouth. They're the ones. They're the backbone of your music and who you are. It really is like that. Let's see. Liz has got in
yeah.
here.
I'm reading some comments here.
There you go. I was just gonna say, Liz has got one here. Let's see. It's always interesting to see what the frontman does. Bands like Blue Oyster Cult tend to stand in place. Then you have other bands where the frontman tries to get crowd participation, which is fun. And
Yeah,
that's one of the things that I've always believed that a frontman is supposed to be. They're the pocket. They're the ones that everybody's seeing. They're the ones that everybody's talking to. So you're the one that
yeah. I
has to
don't
put that
think.
presentation out there.
Yeah, I don't think you can walk on stage without the ability to um, just turn on the switch and go for it.
Right, right. And that's, it's Tom Naley says, my only niece is living down in Nashville, Philly girl down there.
Love that. That's awesome.
That's cool. That's cool.
Oh
We've
crap! You can make it pop up on here. I didn't even notice that.
yeah, I can do that for you. I can make it pop up
Cool.
here for you. So if there's
Because I
something
see
you
this
want to.
little chat button, it just keeps popping up, but I don't see him if I don't hit it.
Yep, any questions and stuff they have like that, I'll pop right up here so that you can see them. Yep, not a problem.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yep.
that's cool. Hey, I love it.
Yeah, it's real cool. So I just want to say hello to a couple other people over here on my live chat. Um, oh, here's one for you. Laura Beck says, we miss you. Can't wait to see you up here soon.
Man, I love Jeff and Laura. Those are some of the best people.
That's awesome. Let's see. Hello to Ray Pellegrini, Dorothy Lutz, Hannah Sinclair, Grant Gaskin, Scott Wells. And then over here we still have Tom and Liz, and there's like 3 other outlets I can't see, so I'm sure there's other people there, um, but I know they can hear us. So if you guys want
Love
to
that.
leave comments, you need to come over here to the StreamYard. It's right on Talk with Teddy. If you put in Facebook in the search, put Talk with Teddy, you'll actually find that, and then you can come over here and get in this live feed, and then we'll share what you need, your questions and stuff with Eric. So that's
Hell
not a
yeah.
problem. It's just clicking out of one and clicking in the other. So we've interviewed actually quite a few musicians, younger musicians from the Nashville area. Um, I was gonna actually, one of them was Williams, I think was her last name, Meg Williams, I think. Do you know who that is?
It's not ringing a bell.
Yeah.
Say it
Well, we've
again.
had a Megan Williams.
Megan Williams. Yeah, I'm not sure I've heard of her yet.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's got some good stuff.
I love it. There's so many people moving here, chasing
Oh yeah.
music, just
Yeah, and
ready to kind of blow this thing wide open. It's so fun to see how young Nashville's become. Over even, I'm only 27, right? So I'm not saying I'm
right.
old, but
I'm
I've
twice your age. Holy
been
shit.
here 5, 6 years now, and I think it's one of those things where it's so funny to watch how young it's become, and watch 22-year-old kids come out of Belmont and Vanderbilt and stuff, all the music colleges, and live here and help be a part of the music industry and keep it growing. It's awesome.
How many of the guys from the original band that I saw back in the day are with you down there?
None of them.
Oh, really? All new
Yeah,
band?
nobody. Yeah, a whole new band from Nashville. Yeah, it's been good. Actually,
Okay.
ironically, one of my buddies from Dunkirk, New York, is he's our drummer. He's our, like pretty much our whole production manager, drummer, the whole nine on the road. Wears many hats. He's a
Wow,
beast.
that's awesome. I was supposed to tell you hi from John Winter. I saw him
Oh,
yesterday.
I love that dude.
Yeah, he
And
said
one
to
of the
tell
best
you
sound
hi.
guys up there. I love him.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Tom says, let's get this right up there. Crowd participation is key in a lot of live music venues, regardless as to what kind of music you play.
100%.
100%,
I mean, that's
exactly.
my first concert was Poison and Rat, and I was
Wow.
12 years old. So, I mean, like me trying to entertain people comes from me watching guys like Bret Michaels and
Right, right,
the Paul Rogers and I mean, gosh, Sebastian Bach from Skid Row, like the '80s hair metal days,
right, right.
Axl Rose, all that stuff. Like I just loved all that kind of music, and it definitely comes out a little bit when we're rocking on stage for sure.
I like it. Liz is like, hell yeah.
I love it.
That's awesome. Um, it's been a long road for you, and I'm sure there's been a lot of ups and downs. But concerts, like because of this COVID thing, I mean, did you have a lot of concerts scheduled? I mean, you were doing a lot of openings and stuff too, as well, weren't you?
Yeah, we had from the end of March till about mid October, we were pretty much every weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had I think it was close to like 60 something shows, 70 something shows.
Awesome, awesome.
All canceled though.
Yeah, that sucks. That does suck.
Yeah,
You know. So
yeah.
what are you
It was
doing to get by for cash? You a pizza boy waiter or delivery guy
and
now?
yeah, right. No, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I got signed to a publishing deal last year,
Awesome.
and so I still get paid to write songs, which is surreal in its own right. But it's definitely saved the day for sure.
Well, congratulations, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
thanks. Yeah. It's been fun, and it doesn't suck working with one of your best buds too. So that's great.
Yeah. No, I gotta say that your music has always been you've always been special to me. Your music's always been special. Um, we brought you up here for the tour, and I've always done the best I could by you. But I was listening to your stuff, and I'm like, you know who this guy sings like now? It's like, when did his voice change? And I'm meaning this comically, but I was listening to your stuff, and I hear a lot of Eric Church in your writing.
Oh, that's awesome. I've never heard that before, but I like it.
Really, you've never heard that before?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's the first time I've heard that.
well, yeah. In fact, "Come Find Me" was one of them that got. God, he sounds like Eric Church. It just it just makes me think of his material.
I love it.
You
Hey,
know.
I'll take it. I'm not going to complain.
Hey, yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, I stood by you, man, and whatever you put out, you could be singing, I don't know, My Little Tugboat, and I'd probably still listen to it.
Hey, you never know. I might come out with a little kids album.
There you go. And get it set to a little cartoon, and you never know.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. So right up here, like in, I wanted to bring it up with what the hell's the name of that place? Varysburg.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Jamie
probably
Valley,
three.
yeah.
Yeah, Jam in the Valley. Was it 3 years ago I saw you up there? I don't remember, but they're not doing it anymore, which is such a shame because it was a great venue, for all that stuff. But you gained a lot of fans from that area. You
Yeah,
had a
oh yeah.
lot in Buffalo, the Buffalo area, anyways. But I think a lot of people at Jam in the Valley took to you. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, it was still very much a hometown crowd for us, and
Yeah,
I mean, Jam in the Valley will be missed. Hopefully, they can bounce back and come back in full force. But that place, it's part of the story, part of the journey for me. It's just gonna be a good time. It was always a good time. It was
yeah.
a weekend that the band and I would always circle on the calendar and just be
Yeah.
prepared for an
It's one
absolute
you look
shit show
forward
of a
to.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, did
yeah,
you ever get to the Attica Rodeo?
Yeah, we actually played it 2 years in a row, and um,
Uh-oh.
I think we kind of, I think we kind of ruined our bridge there for some reason for either playing too like long or too short of a set or something. And I don't know.
Well,
We
let me.
we were supposed. I think we were supposed to take a break, but we just played all the way through because I was just the crowd was so rowdy and it was just too hard not to keep playing. I don't know.
Well,
We
let
loved
me
it
tell
though.
you.
It was a great time. The fans were amazing,
The
and I
first
mean
year.
the people there were ready to get
Oh
very
yeah.
drunk, and we were right
Those,
there with it.
that's Cowboys, man. Those guys love it.
Yeah.
You
No, I
and.
love. Hey, those 2 years we played, we had so much fun at both those shows. I just think we, as a band, might have
Overdone it a little.
messed that one up a little bit with the people that were running the show. But
Yeah.
the crowd was rowdy, and we had a great time with them. So I think we got a couple
Right.
fans out of that too. So say
Oh,
you can't win
I'm
it
sure you
all.
did.
Can't win it
I'm
all.
sure you did. I won't tell you this. Nah, I will tell you. My family actually runs the Attica Rodeo, so, um, so I sort
That's
of knew,
huge.
but it's like, yeah, my family was one of the original families that put it
Yeah.
on. But no, but the reason I brought it up was because Double Cross, the first year we played there, we did the same thing. They had this rule that you had to stop at a certain time, and the
Yeah.
crowd just kept saying more, more, play one more, and we ended up playing. And actually, the person that hired us, and it's my own family, more or less, that was involved in that, said, you really have to stop when you tell you to stop, and blah blah blah, and everybody got mad at us. But it was funny that a couple years later they asked us back, so we just like, oh, maybe it wasn't so bad,
Yeah, we
and
played 2 years back to back, and I think it was like 2012 and 2013, maybe even before that.
yeah, I love the Attica Rodeo though. I mean, that's where you can go
Oh
get your
no, I'm
country
telling you right
on.
now, it was an absolute blast. I think we played 2 nights back to back, Friday and Saturday, and it was just
Yeah,
just a shit show, and it was a great time. But
yeah,
um,
yeah.
I think we burned that bridge a little bit.
Ah.
Hey, we didn't throw any TVs out of a hotel window, so I think we did all right.
Nice, nice. There's some other big places like Finger Lakes used to do big concerts. So when you guys were up here, did you do any of the concerts up in our area at all? Um, Back then, I think
Not
probably
that
the Ridge
I
was it,
mean,
right?
I can't lie to you. I don't remember, but
Mm-hmm.
I know we've done the Ridge for sure. Love that place.
Yeah, those guys. David is awesome. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah, unreal
Great
people.
guys.
Great setup, great spot. We've played a lot of shows there. But yeah, the only thing we've done in the Finger Lakes is the gaming casino, the Turning Stone.
Right, right. Well, that's still cool. But you've bigger and better things, man. You've been on some stages with some big names. You've
Yeah, it's been a
toured.
lot of fun.
You've toured a lot. Now tell me what it's like staying in the hotels, going from city to city, man.
Well, I'm grateful enough, the last 5 years to have 4 years to have a band that's dialed in and just loves to work, loves to grind on stage, and then we'll have a couple cold pops after the show. But I don't know, the guys are rowdy, they're great, good time, and usually me and my drummer will bunk up, and then the guitar player and bass player will bunk up, or sometimes we just roll overnight. We don't even freaking crash in hotels. We just keep driving, keep going. One of us will be the DD and take the bus, and we'll roll it.
um, where is it here? She just put it on here. Oh, here it is. Um, have you ever played Tootsies?
Drunkenly jumped up with friends. Yeah, I've never had like a show there, but we've been on Broadway a time or two with some buddies playing down there, and it's resulted in a couple songs on stage up there. Yeah,
It sounds like the
that's
old
it
days
though.
to me. It sounds like the old days. you know, but you're
Sometimes you
so
just gotta
young.
kind of yeah. Oh yeah. We'll wake up the next day, bounce back, do it again.
Yeah. She says, haha, I love it, just so you know.
Love that.
Um,
Yeah, it's
Actually, she said, that is so awesome.
love that.
I hope what she's got on her face isn't tattooed and it's just marker. Oh
Hey, what do you got?
man.
Something against tattoos, dude?
No, I got lots of them. I see. I was going to ask you
Oh
about the
yeah,
ones on your arm. I see a wolf right there. A wolf's head
yeah. I
on
got
one
a
arm.
ton, man. I'm pretty covered up. We're getting
That's
there.
good.
This whole arm will
How
be done soon.
how many you got?
I think I'm at like 14 right now.
You got me
15
beat.
now.
I'm at 10, I think. You got me
I'm
beat.
getting this whole thing will be technically
Sleeve?
one at some point. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, Tony DeVille does all my stuff now out of Baltimore.
nice,
So,
love it.
yeah, he comes up here and does it, but he just put a you're not going to be able to see it, but there's some of it. You can see some of it. That's a werewolf actually. Oops.
Love
It's
that.
hard to tell. I can't do it with a camera. But yeah, so he puts a lot of different ones on me here, stuff that I wanted. So,
Love it.
actually, she answered me. Liz says it's when I did the feed on Norris religions. That's cool.
Love it.
That's awesome. Norse religions are actually pretty hot these days. And she says she's 23 and not the face. It's what? Wait a minute. I'm 23 currently, and not the face is not part of it. LOL. Okay. All right. So when we were talking earlier, I dug up the YouTube stuff so that we could play a couple of your songs for these guys. It seems like they're all fans so far, except on my watch party. Some of these people over here have never heard you, but they're interested. They're watching and stuff like that, so that's cool.
I love it.
And Liz has got 23 tattoos. Well, good for you, Liz.
Keep
Yay!
it up.
There you go. I want 100 by this time next year. Just kidding. Um,
Jesus, that's money.
I know. It's crazy, isn't it? Um, Jeff says I can get your signature as a tattoo if you are a headliner at Darien Lake.
Give me like 2 years and you got it.
There you go. 2 years. So
Well, minus this
maybe,
one because
yeah.
COVID ruined
So
it. So
so so 2020 is gone. 2 years. 23. 2023. There you go.
sure,
Yeah, that'll work.
at the
So
latest.
at the latest, there you go. Um, I reached out to a lot of your fans out in Buffalo to get them to come out here tonight. So there's a couple here now, and I'm sure there's going to be more. Um, they they miss you, like when we were up at Nashville's too, and stuff like that. They all used to come out and drink and holler and have a good time. And I was trying to think of the one artist that um, came up there, and he kind of reminded me of you a little bit with the material, but I don't want to waste my time on it because I couldn't remember the guy's name. No, wait a minute. I just remembered Chase Rice.
Mm. Yeah,
I think that's his name, Chase Rice. Yeah, yeah, I think so. But
yeah,
yeah,
he's a good bud.
yeah, oh yeah, good guy. I remember drinking with him a little bit, a little.
I drank
Um,
with him last weekend.
oh, look at you. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
he's a riot. He's a
I
riot.
asked. I actually had what is his name? Big Vinny on here from Trailer Choir like a month ago, and we were talking about up there. Now you want to talk about a good dude? He's an awesome dude.
Yeah, I love
Love
Vinny. He's
that guy.
awesome.
Oh yeah, yep. And I just heard that James Wesley. You remember who he is?
Oh yeah,
Country singer James Wesley. He just retired. He's not doing it
yeah.
anymore. Yeah, I didn't know that. I just heard
I
from his
mean,
wife the other day, girlfriend the other day.
yeah. This stuff probably doesn't help people that are in that space of still touring off of songs in 2000s and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, it's got to be tough. It's got to be really tough. Writing, yes. I mean, that's the majority of what some of these artists are saying is, well, I've taken the last 4 months and I've written a lot of material, but I don't know when I'm going to be able to play it or showcase it. So,
Yeah,
but
right.
hey, look at it this way. You might have a couple, 2 or 3 albums ready to release back to back, and, you never know
Yeah,
what's going to happen.
we're pretty much dialed in with one of them, but
But see, that's cool. Do you at least get, recording time?
oh yeah, yeah. So Chris Stefano, who I have my publishing deal with, he and I do all the recording and stuff. So
Right,
and
so
the
you're able
producing
to
and
get
everything.
in.
So
Yeah.
yeah, him and I have been still working during all this, so it's been good.
Right. Well, I wasn't sure if you were able to like actually get into a studio or not to record because of the
Yeah,
COVID
yeah.
thing, but that's good. That's good. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then we're gonna look forward to hearing some really good stuff from you in the future. You know.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's good. We just released one last week Friday. So
Is it on YouTube? It probably is, right?
yeah, Sunday
Sunday
never
never
ends is
ends.
what it's called. Yeah.
Sunday never ends. Yeah, that one I have not listened to, believe it or not. Who does all your photo
Well,
work? The cartoon on that is awesome, by the way.
yeah, it's a buddy of mine here in Nashville. He does a lot of like cartoon character stuff like that, and he's a great photographer, great graphic guy. And I basically hit him up and I was like, hey man, seeing how doing a photo shoot and like getting a bunch of people together at this time is probably not smart. What if we just kind of drew a bunch of the buddies and threw them on the picture and went for it?
Right.
And he started off by drawing mine and did a couple other ones, and it worked out super good. So
Yeah, it looks super cool. So, yeah,
yeah,
I
a lot
like
of fun.
it. It's kind of got you. It looks
Just a
like a
little something
sweater.
different.
Well, I think
What's
what we're
that?
gonna do. It looks like you're in a sweater.
Take a Bud Light seltzer.
Jean jacket, bro. Come on.
It looked like you were in a sweater, dude. That's okay. All right, but we're gonna play it here.
Love it.
Hear it okay?
Take a dog hair bite from an natty light to heal that hurting in your head. Take an hour or two for a back pew view. The words written in red gets me thinking about how good we got it. And even though Monday's rolling in, get the boys on the line up a good time and do last night all over again. We're living louder than a mighty gospel choir. Getting high on life we know is only one time around. So raise a glass and pass that homemade jar clear. Say amen, party friends. Sunday never ends round here. There's a bonfire bar and the man in the stars is up there putting on a show. Let a shot or two get you 100 proof loose and light that spirit in your soul. Then you take her hand, now you're dancing, though there ain't no sweeter sound than a back road church where mud ties turn the dirt into holy ground. We're living louder than a mighty gospel choir. Getting high on life we know is only one time around. So raise a glass and pass that homemade jar clear. Say amen, party friends. Sunday never ends round We're living louder than a mighty gospel choir. Getting high on life we know is only one time around. So raise a glass and pass that homemade jar clear. Say amen, party friends. Sunday never ends round here. Sunday never ends round
I really like that.
Thanks, bro.
That's awesome, man. That's cool.
I dropped my iPad in the middle of that.
Introducing a new
know,
way to make
I
the
know.
cold brew you love at
Hey,
home.
shut
Starbucks
up.
cold brew
up.
concentrates. Just mix with water and ice for a taste that's smooth.
Wow. All right. So, working these things sometimes. Oh, it's a pain in the ass. Stop. All right. So I really like that one. That was really cool. It just kind of reminds me of the whole, get everybody together. Let's have some drinks, some pops, whatever. Let's have a good time. In fact, Robert White, who is my friend over in Australia, says great tune. He loves it. Right there, so you can see it. So Robert tends he's one of our funny guys on here. He comes in all the time, makes a lot of jokes and stuff, but sincere guy. And if he likes your song, I know he does. So hello to Mike Clark.
Oh, yeah, I know Robert.
There you go. John Yarrow, Steve Beck. Oh my God, there's Fish. Fish used to work the door at Nashville's too. The big guy.
Hell yeah.
Yep. So that's nice to see on there, Fish. So if I can get this to work right, there is. Let me see if I can get this to work. I think next up. What's this one?
Well, that's the same one.
Oh, why did it do that then? Get back here. Oh, there we go. I wanted to play the one that I really like. So we're gonna talk about "Come Find Me." So you said this is a couple years old, though, right?
Yeah, I wrote it in 2017, I think.
Okay.
And we cut it. Or no, we wrote it in May of 2018. We cut it in August and then released it in November. And we released it the same day of a huge show at the Ralph Wilson Fieldhouse in Buffalo with Devin Dawson. And yeah, it's just for some reason, man, the song is just hasn't died.
What were you thinking of when you wrote it?
Well, I actually wrote it with Emily Landis and Brandon Ray, who are two amazing songwriters here in Nashville. Brandon's an incredible artist, incredible singer. And I just come back from a trip to Destin, Florida, and had to write that very next day with those two. And we started writing a song about a little small town kind of vibe, and I was still in my beach mindset, and yeah, I just couldn't come to terms with not writing a beach town song that day, and
Right.
had the title "Come Find Me," where it was just there was a text in my phone from an ex-girlfriend at the time that was like, I wish you were still here in Florida with the family, and I was like, yeah, same. But as soon as you get back, I'll be wherever, just come find me or whatever. She said, come find me. She texted me and said, come find me, and I just took it and ran with it. And I brought it into the room, and it's basically just a little song about a beach town guy that's kind of not meant to go anywhere else other than on the sand. And the person he loves ends up, going to the big city to chase a dream, and he kind of lets her know, hey, you can go do all that stuff, and if it doesn't work out, just come find me.
I love the song, so
Thank you.
I'm gonna play it.
Sounds good. I'm gonna let y'all listen.
What's that? Okay.
Little bitty palm tree town where the wind and the waves roll around used to be our stomping grounds till you up and down. It wasn't me, it was you, baby. That's what you said when you had to leave. Now this place is just a beach without you on it. You had to do what you had to do, but if you feel like coming home, book a flight, hit your ride. I won't say I told you so. Come find me if you get a little lost out there. You're missing that sand in your head, forgetting who you are. You need reminding. Come find me when you realize what you've done and lost the only thing you love. When those city lights go out, you know where I'll be. Come find me. If you're lost and need a
love that song.
Thanks, man.
That's definitely one of my faves. So, I put up here, guys, go and check out his music, check out his albums and stuff like that. He's got his own website at ericvanhoutenmusic.com.
Dear Lord, we
You
thank
can
you so
check
much
him
for
out
this
there.
amazing opportunity.
And hey, stop. But yeah, check him out. He's got he's got a fan club, or what is that, fan club page, I think, on Facebook. He's on Facebook. You're on Twitter, right? You're on Instagram. All they really have to do is look up your
I'm on
name.
everything. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
I control everything too. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So you guys can check that out. Let's see. What do we got down here? Ted did not have a blonde moment. I'm sorry, Tom. Hello, Chanel. Everybody here is talking about pina coladas now. I don't know what they're talking about. It started out with partying now. See what you started, Eric?
Not too shabby for a Tuesday, huh?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. That's all right. So give me an idea of what Tongue Tied is about.
Dude, that's old, man. You can't be playing that.
I can't be playing that?
No way. You gotta play like the Know About That well enough. Come on. Keep up with the times, T-Dub.
I'm sorry, brother. All right, so let me see. You got...
But I will tell you, that was an
5 years
old
ago?
tune. That was an old song that we wrote with Steve Amuso, who's the original bass player for the band. Miss that dude dearly on stage for sure, but I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I have no idea what we wrote it about.
Okay.
We were just kind of going after a good hard rock song that kind of blended a little bit of a country lyrics. So it's an old one, but we used to open up our set with that. It was fun.
Oh, so you're saying I shouldn't play it?
I agree. Yeah.
Okay, I won't play it. Let's see. How about Do You Wanna? How old is that one?
That's old too. That was actually one of the first tunes that I wrote here in Nashville, and one of the first tunes that we got cut and recorded. I released it back in 2016, I think.
Yeah, you got a couple on here though. I don't. This is latest from Eric. Know
well
about
enough.
that?
No, yeah. That's
Well
all
enough and
part
know
of the
about that?
newer. Yeah, that one's all part of the newer releases and stuff.
Okay, so I can play these.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to Know About That then. So that's the one
yeah.
we're going to go to. So we're going to play it. I'm trying to keep up here, guys. I'm trying, Oh, we don't need the Budweiser commercial.
Oh no, it's a little sponsor ad. That's all.
Crack open summer with the taste of
Yeah, I'll wait till that's over. There we go. Skip the ad.
and blue
There we-
camo cans.
Oh, stop.
Available for a limited time only. In stores now.
Yeah, in stores now. There we go.
Give me the lowdown, 'cause I gotta know about all of them heartbreaking, breathtaking love chasing. Don't make me wait. Looks you're giving me, it's getting crowded, a little too rowdy. Good if you're down, we could take a way out where the only sound around is our two heartbeats. If I wanna spend all night chasing moonlight, stealing your time, hey, what you know about midnight eyes, making you mine, yeah, what you know about stars dancing on your skin, and that kiss hanging off your lips. Guy like me, on you this bad, girl, what you know about that?
Wow, that's really cool. I like that one.
That's the new stuff, man. You gotta keep up with it.
I will. I promise. I promise. Yeah, I really like that one though. That one's really cool.
Thanks, man.
Who was it up here? Gotta go back. So we got a request.
I love it.
So if we're gonna play it, why don't you tell me what it's about a little bit?
So this is actually the first song ever that I recorded that I didn't write. It was written by Andy Albert, Dave Pittenger, and Michael Whitworth, who are three guys in Nashville, amazing songwriters. All of them have good cuts with big artists and great writers and even better people. And it was kind of the perfect song for me at the perfect time, and we were in the middle of trying to find songs appropriate to cut anyway that I've written, and then I wrote, that I wrote with Dave, my producer at the time, and then a few other folks, and we just kind of hit this wall of like not knowing what song would fit or what we should do, and one random night, we had a good long conversation in the studio, and then when I went home, he sent me the demo for this song. It was like, man, this might be something you should consider cutting. Cool. And it just felt right.
Awesome. How many songs have you been given, though, from other writers?
Yeah, I mean, plenty, but at this point, right now, we're kind of focusing on all the stuff that I've written. Yeah, and all the stuff that we've written together with Chris, my producer, and a few other folks, and I have a good team around me. My buddy Heath Warren and the crew, Brendan Cooney and Rob Grimaldi. They're all guys that I write with on the regular, almost at least once or twice a week with one of those guys, and we just kind of got a good little team kind of forming that we all get each other in the right room. We just put the foot on the gas and don't stop, So.
So how long does it take you to write a song, Eric? How long does it take you usually?
Man, I mean, it's such a toss-up, but usually we're doing, it's like we'll, wake up at 10:30 in the morning and then go into a write room at about 11, still hungover probably from the night before, and then, someone comes up with a title and spits it out, and we just create a concept around it, and usually by the time 3 o'clock rolls around, we're already done with the song, so.
Cool.
There was a week where I wrote, I think it was like 9 songs in 5 days.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I had two a day. So like on Monday I had 2 writes. Tuesday I had 2 writes. Wednesday I think we did 3 that day. And yeah, that's very true.
Exactly.
Although, like, the creative process does get monotonous after a while, so I think you have to just find that good balance,
Tom's a
Maybe after he plays well enough, I'll grab the guitar. We'll see. It's late here too. I don't know how you guys are all still up right now. I love it though. I love it.
Yeah. Cool. Well, you still got fans out here, man. We still love you here. So,
hey,
a lot of us are
I hope
still
they don't go
pushing
anywhere because I'm not. So.
Yeah, I hope not either because, you're awesome, dude. All right, we're going to play Well Enough. Oh, I hate that damn commercial. Hurry up.
Well, to answer Kathleen's question, we do write our own, but sometimes they get pitched.
There you go.
Getting back on my feet. This missing you ain't letting up damn half as much as I make it seem that I'm smiling, but I'm crying underneath. I'm on the edge, hanging by a thread. Ain't over you yet, I'm trying to be. So if you think about calling me, don't. And if you're trying to come over, girl, don't. If you're thinking about saying those things you know I can't say no to, just don't. And don't hate me if I don't show up at the bar. I said you were caught on your birthday. And forgive me if I pass you when I'm driving the truck. Do that, pretend I didn't see a thing. Girl, you gotta understand, if I don't pick up when it's 1:30 and you're lighting up my phone, I'm doing well enough, so baby, can't you just leave well enough alone? I messed up hard. He wants the both of us back together. No matter how hard he tries, how hard he fights, this head of mine still knows better. So don't hate me if I don't show up at the bar. Listen, you were caught on your birthday. And forgive me if I pass you when I'm driving the truck. Do that, pretend I didn't see a thing. Girl, you gotta understand, if I don't pick up when it's 1:30 and you're lighting up my phone, I'm doing well enough, so baby, can't you just leave well enough alone? So if you're thinking about missing me, don't. If you're losing sleep over me, don't. If you're hoping that this'll be one of those you and me falling back into things, well, it won't. So don't hate me if I don't show up at the bar. Listen, you were caught on your birthday. And forgive me if I pass you when I'm driving the truck. Do that, pretend I didn't see a thing. Girl, you gotta understand, if I don't pick up when it's 1:30 and you're lighting up my phone, I'm doing well enough, so baby, can't you just leave well enough alone?
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's got like a Florida Georgia line feel to me, to be honest with you. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
They're pretty successful.
Yeah, I that's what I heard. I was like, that's cool, but it does fit you though. I think it's your style. I think it
Thanks,
fits
man.
you well. You know.
Yeah, we've had some good success with that one. All three of the newer releases have over a couple 100,000 streams and stuff, so it's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is it harder than you thought? Doing all this. I mean, you went through a lot, anyways, with doing all this yourself, trying to get someone to pay attention and your music and stuff like that. But
I
what's it
mean,
been like for
we're
you?
not even close to being done yet, but yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's. I feel like everything that you kind of want is hard to do, right? Like everything that you actually want to do is pretty hard, whether it's
Right.
start a business or, be an actor, be an actress, be a CEO, be a musician, rock star, whatever you want to call it, songwriter. So I don't think, I don't know if it's fair to say it's hard. I think it's, there's challenges and things that happen along the way all the time. And I think it's just, how you kind of grind through that and figure out a way to combat any kind of adversity with, using the music to empower that scenario, or, maybe even taking a step back from whatever door you were trying to knock on, and just go find a different one,
Right.
in the same industry. Obviously, I'm not saying give up and move on. I'm
Right.
saying, like, okay,
Right.
so these people don't give a shit about my music. That's fine. Let's move on to the next one, because everybody's got a different opinion, everybody's got a different thought. So it's kind of one of those
Right.
things where it's like, we as artists always have to adapt. And I've always heard statements from people about the Keith Urban stuff and how his records are so different from the 2004 Golden Road record all the way through to his latest record, and yeah, I mean, it's it went from 2002 to 2020. Of course, the music's going to be different. It's 18 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to
It's a
progress.
long time, and you got to adapt as an artist to what's current while also staying true to yourself. And as long as you do that, which there's no doubt that artists like Keith Urban and even Blake Shelton have done that. They've been able to maintain their level of identity while also adapting to what's very current and popular, and is going to sell. Because I mean, at the end of the day, they're adhering to their fans, and a lot of their fans are, they're changing with the times just as much as we are. So it's definitely hard. It's not easy. It's not an easy route, or else everybody would be famous and successful and a great songwriter or a great musician. You got to work for it, of course. But
right. Well,
I
think
know,
your stuff fits. I think your stuff fits on the radio. I mean, it all sounds new. It sounds, like the stuff that's out there. I mean, and that's
we're having a lot of fun with making new stuff and writing new tunes, and it's just been good.
How much do you miss home?
I don't miss the cold at all. But yeah, I mean, I miss the fam for sure. Always, we have such a good close family that my brother
Dad
and
and
my
Mom's
parents
still up here, right? Dad and Mom are.
Yeah. Literally, my whole family's up there. I have a cousin or two scattered across the states, but for the most part, everybody's up in Buffalo. So it's cool to get back, but always tough to leave a place like Nashville or leave the road.
Right, but Nashville's got so much up there to see. But there's all those other outlying towns, or nooks, if that's what you want to call them. Hendersonville, Goodlettsville, all that stuff. Just to visit. It's I lived in Goodlettsville for a short period of time. And I loved it. It was beautiful out there.
Yeah.
I miss Shoney's.
I can't say that I've gone. I've seen the signs, but I've never been.
There you go. So what else new can I put on here? Because I'm seeing one where it looks like you playing live called Freeway.
Well, no. There's a recorded version of that. If you go on like the actual page, it should be on there.
All right.
It kind of just has the album cover on it, or like the record cover or the single cover.
Okay. Yeah, there's a couple live ones of that on here. What do you think about Charlie Daniels, man? That's sad, man.
It is, but hell, I'd take 83.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude's a legend right there, and I guess that's what you get when you smoke weed and drink beer a lot and play the fiddle. You get a hell of a career. You get a hell of a career. You get a hell of a career, and you have a bunch of people that absolutely love you and are very sad at what happened yesterday, for sure.
Right. What about this song, Turn on the Mic? How old is this one?
I don't remember that.
Okay.
I don't think that's me either.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
If you just type in Eric VanHouten Freeway, it should pop up.
All right. Move my microphone.
See if there's anyone asking anything.
Yeah.
No. These guys are all just having a lovely conversation.
I know, they're all drinking too. It's funny.
Everybody's just partying it up.
Yeah, Tom has said that he's been drinking all day.
Tom's getting after it. I like it. That's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see. Yes, there is. I did find it. All right. Cool. We can do that. So, guys, I'm going to pop this up here again while the song is playing so that you guys can go check out his music. And they can purchase some of your stuff on your website too, right? Your music, your songs, or anything like that?
Yeah, we have a ton of merch and stuff up there too. Yeah, we're all over Spotify and Apple Music. So if you pay for one of those services, you can access it.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we're gonna play her. Here we go. Probably a commercial too. Yeah, there is stupid commercials.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta let the commercial run, you know?
No. No.
Something about a summer rain, late June Friday night. Something about you, girl, turning off the cruise 'cause the feeling's right. Something about shifting gears, throttle down in your Jeep. I'm chasing down the sunrise, up all night, got no time to sleep. Something about a freeway, pedal to the floorboard, get you high. Something about freedom in the air, two hearts coming alive. There's something about letting go and leaving it all behind. Talking no stop signs, no red lights, you feel like a runaway. Something about a freeway. There's something about a full tank. Ain't worried about where we are. We're crossing over county lines, getting out and holding you underneath the stars. Something about a freeway, pedal to the floorboard, get you high. Something about freedom in the air, two hearts coming alive. There's something about letting go and leaving it all behind. Talking no stop signs, no red lights, you feel like a runaway. There's something about a freeway. Something about a long, slow kiss and throwing it back in drive. Something about a freeway, pedal to the floorboard, get you high. Something about freedom in the air, two hearts coming alive. There's something about letting go and leaving it all behind. Talking no stop signs, no red lights, you feel like a runaway. Yeah, something about a freeway. Something about a
Awesome. I probably should have got a list from you, Eric, of what I should and shouldn't play long before we did this.
Maybe.
Oh, man. Let's see. Nick
Gus, you heard all right?
Yep. And Nick says that was a great song. He liked it. So
Love that. Thanks,
that's
Budgie.
cool. That's good. Sounds all good to me.
Cool. There's a little song called Billboard that we wrote
Cool.
not too long ago. Let's give you guys like a little verse chorus.
Okay.
Try to keep it on the down low. I was gonna keep it just between us, but everywhere that I go, your name keeps coming up. You make it hard to keep my mouth shut, so I'm gonna tell the world about us.
sign. Hit the town, shout it out, let them know your mind. Wanna write it in a love song, wanna sing it on the radio. Turn it up so everybody knows I'm yours. Wanna put it on a billboard, 'cause there ain't nobody like you. Never been this way with anyone else. Even if I tried to, I couldn't give it to myself. I wanna put it on a billboard, light it up on the marquee sign. Hit the town, shout it out, let them know you're mine. Wanna write a little love song, wanna sing it on the radio. Turn it up so everybody knows I'm yours. I wanna put it on a billboard, on the side of the freeway, in the middle of downtown LA, the Times Square, anywhere, whatever it takes. I wanna put it on a billboard, and light it up on the marquee sign. Hit the town, shout it out, let them know you're mine. Wanna write a little love song, wanna sing it on the radio. Turn it up so everybody knows I'm yours. Wanna put it on the billboard, wanna put it on the billboard, wanna put it on the billboard.
Nice.
Yeah. That's
Nice.
it.
Awesome. Tom says awesome tune, man. You know.
Tomboy.
Yeah. Chanel, when we were talking about Charlie Daniels, she put up here. Let me get back to it here. Conway Twitty also sent flowers to his funeral. My grandfather knew a lot of legends of country. That's cool.
That's
Chanel.
really cool. I love that. Yeah, it was a sad day yesterday for country music.
Oh yes. So, Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
Great place. Have you visited yet? Have you? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
you've been there for
Yeah.
so long.
Of course,
I mean, have you
of course. You gotta
walked
go.
on stage and
Yeah.
played yet?
Haven't done any of that yet, but I've definitely been there. Kind of told myself I wouldn't do any of the visiting tours and stay on the stage until I get to play it. We got to play the Ryman Auditorium back in 2015, I think it was. And we got to we were in a competition and ended up playing at the Ryman. We got to do 2 songs in the competition, and it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a surreal moment for sure. That was it was like 5 or 6 years ago.
That's awesome. Yeah, my trip to Nashville, I didn't get to see much, but it's a big place, man. It's a big place. There's a lot there to see, and
yeah. So there's 2. There's the Grand Opry and then the Ryman. Yeah, they're great. It's awesome.
I was at the Nashville Hotel a couple times, and that was nice. They had a nice, they had people come in while you ate dinner and played and stuff like that. It was kind of cool. Something that I think Rochester needs.
Yeah.
So what do you miss about up here though with playing? Do you miss anything up here playing?
I mean, we get up there at least a couple times a year, which is good. So usually we get to get our fix in at some point during the year to play a show up in the Northeast. So.
Well, I hope I get to find out when you're going to be close so that I can come up and check it out, and we'll tell everybody here too in the chat rooms and stuff, and they'll know where to look you up. And of course, they can always go to your website, but to come and check out you live, because I know what that's like. I'm interested in hearing the new band live as well.
Yeah, it's been really fun to kind of piece that together and have everybody get dialed in We felt coming into this year was going to be strong. Obviously, everybody's world got rocked, but
Right.
we're
Right.
still dialing in, so it'll be good. It'll be good to bounce back and get back to playing shows here soon. Hopefully, probably not before the end of the year. I'm guessing we might have a couple, but
Yeah.
nothing that we're used to when we get to just
Right.
scream to the fans and let them do their thing.
So with everybody you've opened up for and worked with or shared a stage with, who do you really like doing it with?
I'm not sure there's a bad artist in country music to play with. Everybody's just great, dialed in. They just want the fans to have a good time. That's kind of the idea, I mean, it's turned into such a party genre for sure that it's allowed people to kind of break free from whatever they're living. So it's cool to see. It's cool to see that, and every time we get taken out on the road or get placed on a show opening for somebody, I don't think we've ever experienced a bad scenario. Love kicking
That's
it with the
good.
Brothers Osborne guys. They rock hard on stage, and I love their show. So it's always good to catch them live whenever we get to tour with them or end up on the same festival or something. So that's good.
Right.
Um,
Now, what
man,
wasn't there a band called Cadillac 3, I think? Right?
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, they're still very much alive and
Are they?
well. Yeah, I love those guys. They've become good friends, and um, they, yeah. I mean, their live show is unbelievably rock and roll, punch you in the mouth kind of style, and
That's
it
cool.
kind of suits it. Whenever we get to open up for them, it always works out really well.
I like this whole like all the new artists are coming in and some of the older ones are, you hear from what the, once in a while, like on their Twitter, they'll say, hey, check this new guy out, check this new girl out, whatever.
Yeah,
And it really seems like the older artists, the people that have been around for a long time, the legends are really pushing as well for the new artists, which I think is great. I
well,
mean,
I
they're
mean, yeah,
supporting
you gotta
everybody.
you gotta grow the genre, and you gotta kind of keep it. Like I said before, you gotta keep it current and keep the fan base intrigued with whatever's coming up and who's coming out next and whatever band's coming out next. And um, yeah, I got some family in the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been good. It's been a good thing to see. Every generation of the artists kind of taking the younger cats under their wings, and I think that's what keeps the trend going of wanting to do that.
Well, someday you're going to be a legend.
I would love nothing more, man. That'd be
So
great.
hopefully you're going to give some good advice to the younger ones coming up after you.
That's the
you know,
goal. Yeah,
that's it.
we've been grinding to kind of make that thing start to take shape. So we're excited to see that
You know,
roll
some
out.
I love that you still sound very much down home and all that stuff. You've been doing this for a while, and there's a lot of people behind you here at home, and it's always good that with some of us older guys or guys that have been here in our own hometowns playing that we get to keep up with you guys. With the guys that get to Nashville and
Yeah,
start making a drive for themselves. Um, it's like some of the older, I shouldn't say older, some of the experienced musicians out here, like Josie Waverly and some of the other local bands like West of the Mark or Double Cross or whatever, they're still doing the same old thing that they've always done. They're still pushing. A lot of the local bands are still pushing for their own thing, but very supportive of artists like you. They're
yeah. I mean,
always giving their
I
blessings.
definitely got a lot of support from local, the local legends, if you will, that have been playing for 10 plus years in town, and it kind of helped me get a little spark out of there and out of Buffalo, and it's been really good.
Right, right. And I think in every small town, whether it be Rochester, Buffalo, Syracuse, wherever, I mean, we saw it with the tour where we went from all these different cities and played that um, when you have people that have been doing it for 10, 15, 20 years, it's nice to see them supporting the younger groups or the younger bands or the younger artists and stuff like that. That kind of helps
Mhm.
push them towards Nashville. They're kind of the start for it all for all of us. And some of these roads were paved for me even when I got into it, you know. So Eric's got a visitor apparently.
They're just grabbing a
So
guitar out of there.
ah, that's cool. That's cool.
But yeah, no, it's great to see all that, and like I said, you know, I mean, gosh, there's a lot of folks. The Scott Miltello, Chris Kramer, their band, The Heritage, took care of me really
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
seasoned me up a little bit, and then they got me hooked on the original music and like just put it down their throat. Um,
And it's tough with
and the
original
idea,
music,
yeah, they got me hooked
especially
on
in
the
local
idea of like,
clubs.
yeah, they got me hooked on that idea of just like you gotta shove your own music down their throat whether they like it or not, and at some point it'll click. And if it's not with that crowd, maybe the next one. Like you just gotta keep doing it. And you know, the West of the Mark, Jay, he, I mean, he just knows how to work a crowd, knows how to entertain. They both do. They all do. I mean,
Yeah.
it's it's so funny seeing that and growing up in that environment where it's we're in Buffalo and people don't really comprehend that everybody up there loves country music. And
Yeah.
um, you know everybody's different, everybody's got their own style, everybody plays different. So to even try and compare any of the bands up there, any of the local bands, you guys
Right.
compared to West of the Mark, or West of the Mark compared to the non-US, or I mean, there's the list goes on.
Right.
There's too many to name that I've gotten a chance to open up for and play with, and now whenever we come up there, they allow us to be the headliner, which is insane to think about. But that's the goal, right? I mean, as a
Right.
young artist that's like
Right.
really trying to push down here in Nashville, you want to be the opener until the headliner opens for you, and that's just the way it
Right.
is. Like it's not a competition. It's just that I don't see. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see my career um, having a ceiling, and my music having a ceiling. And I'm hoping that when I'm 84 years old or 83 years old, I'm still playing music too until literally the last breath. So
Right.
um, it's for
But
me. I don't think there's.
I think locally though, Eric, I mean that's the way it is. It's like, you know, we we sit here and we play this, play the clubs over and over and over. And when a younger artist comes in and they look up to us at a certain point, it's our job to help them further their careers, no matter where they want to go. And if they happen to get into Nashville and get picked up, or, whatever, cut a record, however you want to put it, to have that artist come back and to play with us on stage, um, who gives a shit whether they're headliner or not? I mean, I would prefer if they've done that long hard road, getting down there and doing what they're doing. I'd rather them be the headliner. I'd rather them, hey, come home,
Yeah, yeah.
play your show, and show us, that everything that we were able to help you with or show you with, or even just for local artists, whatever road we've paved, we've hoped that it's helped mold, I guess the best way, all these other younger artists, and for me, I'd let you come and headline any show I was involved in. It wouldn't matter. It'd just be nice to see you.
Yeah, yeah, no, I love it. It's across the board, which is crazy. It feels good, and I don't know. You work hard for a lot of things, and when they start paying off, things you
Yeah.
appreciate it for a second, especially in this industry, but you got to turn around and just go chase the next goal. So, um,
Well, I just hope that it keeps going for you, man. You said, there's no ceiling for you, and you've, to me, since the day I met you and I saw you perform, I thought you had a fantastic talent. I thought that you needed to be out there and doing what you're doing. I've always supported you in that way, and I will always be here for you no matter what. And I just want you to blow the roof off the places, man. I want you to keep doing it. Keep doing it.
yeah,
So
we're
by the time
trying.
I'm
We're trying. We're
85,
doing it.
by the time I'm 85, I can say, hey, I know that kid.
I love that. Yeah,
I mean,
that's awesome.
God, it's been a long road for a lot of people. And with the COVID thing and,
Yeah,
no artists working right now other than writing, like I said in the beginning of the show,
Well, I mean,
um,
it's
maybe what'll happen is we'll get some really good music out of all these new artists, and we'll flood the
yeah.
flood the country charts, and they
I
won't know
don't
what to
doubt it
do.
at all, and I know that the big man upstairs kind of has everybody's back through all this, and that's really all that matters. So it's good to kind of get a reset and get a break. It's been a bit longer than all of us wish, but
Right.
there's also a lot of good that comes out of something like this, and you just got to find it.
I retired 2 years ago from music, and I can't believe it's been 2 years. But the guys have always stayed in touch, and they're always like, "Hey, let's jam, let's go do something." We did a show a year ago, and had a blast. It's just like of a remembrance thing, It was a lot of fun, and I'm hoping that I get to do one more with the guys, and I really hope that the future will keep things bright for you as well, and we'll keep pushing forward. And because I would like to see you on the CMT, man. I'd like to
Yeah,
see you
we're
on there.
we're we're looking forward to that someday for sure.
You know, no limit, man. Kick it in the ass.
Yeah,
So
it'll
we
be
got about we got about 6 minutes, and then we're gonna get out of here. But do me a favor. Like you said, you're on all the social media, so you're like on YouTube or your YouTube stuff, of course, but um, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Facebook, we know. Is there anything else that you'd like to include? I mean, in there?
No, man. I mean, that's kind of that's the best way to get in touch. I mean, like I said, I run everything, so
Yeah.
um, yeah, just
You know,
hop
my
on there, VanHoutenmusic.com,
yeah,
and you can
I
find
can't
everything
wait.
on there.
My mom actually remembers you, and she wanted to stay up and do this with me tonight, but she hasn't been doing so well. My folks aren't doing too well, so I told her I would tell you hi from my mother, who saw you at the tour, and she
You gotta
says,
give her a
"Love you,
big old
kid."
hug back from me.
Yep, she said, "Love you, kid. Keep going." I know that my family here, like Cassie and all those guys, they've been following you right along, and they love you too. And there's a lot of people locally out of Rochester that follow you, as well as your family in Buffalo and your friends in Buffalo. You got a lot of people supporting you, man, and just keep just keep doing it. That's all I can say. You know.
I'm grateful for that, and it's been a huge driving force to being down here and putting in the work. So
Yeah. Well, I've been looking forward to this, interview with you for a while, and I wanted to be able to see you and see how you were doing and check up on you. Kind of like family, man. It's oh, I love
yeah, no,
this.
back at you, T. Dub. Absolutely.
Definitely CMT. We love all your music. There you go. So,
Yeah, it's
family's
coming.
got it, man. Oh yeah, it's coming.
No.
So, well, we are going to keep promoting you no matter what, and your music's now out there on our stuff. We'll keep pushing it for you here as much as we can, and
Thank you.
supporting you. I mean, that's all we can do here. You know, I guess that's it. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me, and appreciate everybody for chiming in and tuning in with us and hanging out for a bit, a
Yeah.
couple drinks, couple whatever, and just
Well, they were drinking, Well, I had iced tea, but those guys were drinking the good stuff, So, but I'm glad they had a good time, right? That's what it's all about. So you're gonna do some more
100%.
drinking tunes. You're gonna write some more drinking tunes.
We got a couple of them in the wheelhouse there.
Great.
We just actually wrote one a couple days ago, but yeah, we like to do it all. Jeff, I love that dude.
Yes, it is. He is great.
Love it.
He's great. Yeah, there he goes. He done it again. I wasn't drinking at all. I swear. Okay, Tom, we don't believe you. So you guys, one more time, guys, you can go over to EricVanHoutenmusic.com. Go check out his stuff. Go to his
Yep.
YouTube. You can put Eric Van Houten on YouTube. You can pick up his stuff there. Some of them have some really good videos with him. Check out my favorite song, "Come Find Me." That is mine that I'm pushing. I love that song.
There's a
Um,
music video out for that too.
yeah, and that's the one that Eric can't understand why it's still going on and people still like it, but it's a good tune, and that's why.
Well, no, I mean, I love that. It's just crazy to me. It's good.
And they're still going. Tom was definitely drinking. If he's denying it, it's pretty obvious he is.
I love that. That's funny.
That's awesome. Well,
yeah, I'm
you know,
glad you
dude.
had a good time. It was good to see you, T-Dub.
Yeah, thanks again, Eric. And I hope Dad's good. I messaged him a couple times. I haven't heard back, so I hope Dad's doing fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
he's alive and well. Mom's alive and well. Life is good, man.
That's good. All right, guys. Been another episode of Talk with Teddy. We had Mr. Eric VanHouten here down in Nashville. We played some of his songs for you. I gave you his website so that you can go there and check out his stuff as well. I've been looking at him on here. He means a lot to me. He's one of the kids locally here. I shouldn't say kids. One of the guys locally. And he's just been working his tail off, writing and producing his own stuff, trying to live the dream, man. And I give him every piece and ounce of credit that is out there. So I guess that's it. But Eric, God bless you, man, and take care of yourself. And the guys in the band, keep making music. We love you. And everybody else, don't forget the Thursday night. Talk with Teddy will be back on. We have a gentleman. This is going to be a weird show, guys. I can't explain it any more than he's married to a drag queen. That's all I'm going to say. So tune in Thursday night and find it out, because that's all I got to say for that. So, and Tom, let's do
Love
shots.
y'all. God bless. Thank you.
All right. See you later, man. Thank
ya.
you. All right, guys. It was a great night. Again, Eric VanHouten. Love the guy to pieces. I know his dad, and just a great guy, working his ass off. So, guys, we'll see you Thursday night. I'll get that stuff promoted out there so you know exactly what we're going to be doing Thursday. Great guy. Thursday night, it's going to be a great show. I like to tease a little bit, but, you know, that's it. What else can I say? So, oh, what is this? Uh-oh. Let's see. I guess we're good to go, guys. Just want to make sure I got everything here. We'll see you Thursday night. Thank you and my guests for joining me here on Talk with Teddy. Be safe and look out for one another. Don't forget that Talk with Teddy is on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, so please go and subscribe. Thank you.